So, welcome to this introduction to Cabell's Journalytics and a little about Cabell's predatory journals. So, what Cabell's is it's a service that we acquired to help faculty determine which journals they would most like to publish in, which they're most likely to get published in, and which ones they should not want to publish in. Those are the predatory journals. So this service, hopefully you'll find helpful. Hopefully this tutorial you'll find helpful. If not, go to the beginning of this tutorial and call me or email me, and hopefully I can help walk you through it. But this is something that I hope you will find helpful. So without further ado, we're going to go ahead and get into the tutorial. On the library's homepage, you just go down to databases by title, and I'll show you another way to get to it as well. But databases by title, you click here and you can go to Cabell's. So it's either Cabell's Journalytics, which is what we're going to spend the majority of our time on today, or Cabell's predatory journals. So the predatory journals, since I'm not going to really go there today, the predatory journals is what you use to kind of see which journals are the ones that you don't want to publish in. And it kind of tells you why they're on the predatory list, what they've done to kind of violate Cabell's rules or the rules of anybody's publishing, and why they're a big no-no. So you can kind of go there and kind of do a search and see if anybody that you've been interested in publishing with, or anybody that has kind of come to you or done or you've seen a call for proposals or anything like that, kind of do a search for them and see why, or if they're on that list, and you can say, okay, this is someone I don't want to work with. But the things that I'll show you in Journalytics will apply to predatory journals as well. So what I'll show you in Journalytics will apply. Before we go back here, I want to show you the other way to get to Cabell to Journalytics. Sometimes the school's website goes down, and if we're over the break, I don't want you to say, oh my goodness, I can't get to this resource. I still need to figure out how to get to it. So if the school's website is down at any time, I still want you to be able to do your research. Or still trying to figure out which journals may work for you. So you can go to alasuliBguides.com here, and just go to A to Z list here. These are our LibGuides. If you've had any information literacy sessions, you've seen these guides, and it's a new database, so it's literally right here to the right. Or you could go to a databases by title. This is a nice little time for me to plug all of our databases. You can also look by subject, and social work is here. Any other subject you're interested in is also listed here, so you can see all of the databases that are relevant to your topic there. And if I'm your subject specialist or you need to reach me, here's my contact information. If that's a sidebar. Just a nice little plug. But at any rate, you click Journalytics, and this works, like I said, in the instance that the school's the internet or the server crashes on campus because things happen. So we need an alternate route to get there. But here we are in Cabell's Journalytics. You can create an account in Journalytics by clicking here, and that way you can kind of save journals that you find that you're interested in. I have not created an account just yet, but feel free to do so if you can or if you'd like. But you come here and you have a few options. The journals are automatically just listed in alphabetical order. There's no filters listed here or anything like that. You can arrange these journals by title by clicking the arrow. So they were in ascending order, now they're in descending order. You can say, okay, well, I want them not to be by title. So you click on the word title, and you can go and choose any of these other options, which we'll get into in a moment. So you can click CCI. and we'll talk about that so you can get just some more information about the particular journal. So I clicked on CCI, and we'll talk about what CCI is in a minute. You click on the title, excuse me, click on the title, and you're going to get some other information. So you're going to get, I'm sorry, let me go back to title. So we'll just click on the first one, for example. You click on the title of the art of the journal, and you're going to get if you hover over disciplines, you'll see what disciplines are covered in the actual journal. You're going to get what the audience is, of course. All of the journals in Journalytics are peer reviewed. That's the benefit of using Cabell's. It shows you whether they're peer reviewed or not. It tells you how long it takes, the peer review process. If you're looking to get published and you need something in a month or two, clearly this isn't the route to go. This one takes 5 to 6 months to review. They give comments, things like that. If you want to submit, it tells you who you need to contact. So it gives you a link to the guidelines. It gives you a link to the journal publication, things like that. If you read more, it gives you kind of an overview about the journal, things like that, the mission of the journal. Click metrics. It's kind of faded out now, but if you click metrics, it highlights that. CCI, I told you we get to that in a moment, stands for Cabell's Classification Index, but it gives you a little information about that. This particular publication doesn't have a Cabell's Classification Index, but others do, and it basically shows you, if you clicked on it, how it compares, or what the rate of acceptance is, or how it compares for different disciplines that it is published in, things of that nature. So we'll look at some other ones specific to social work, and then what is highlighted here is the altmetric report. So altmetrics is kind of social media or those alternative types of metrics. So what isn't peer reviewed, so to speak, or how these things are appearing, because what may be more important is how it's cited, or how other people are using the research. And so this shows how it's mentioned in alternative resources. So Facebook, blogs, Reddit, it's cited in Mendeley, people are using it there, things of that nature. So if you want to see a specific publication, up here at the very top, I don't know if you saw how I went up here, you can search by title, by discipline, by ISSN. ISSN is the actual number, or how the publication is classified. Let me go back here to the about. Excuse me. You'll see the ISSN right here on the about section of the publication, if you're familiar with it. Other things you'll see, acceptance rate, I didn't go over that. But you can put the ISSN here if you're familiar with it. If you're not, don't worry about it. If you just type a word in, it's like doing a keyword search. And you just type a word in and you'll get that. Keyword searches for words kind of in the title, in the description, in the index, everywhere. However, if you type in quotation marks, it does it as a title search. It looks for the word in the title. So that's just a tip and a trick, and it's pretty cool and awesome. So social work as a title, or as part of the title. So we'll do that. 45 results were found. Also, what you can do is you see filters right here. If you click filters, you get an additional, some additional options. So you can say you want to search through social work as a title, but you can look in various disciplines. There are 18 major disciplines in Cabell's, but you can kind of search within these disciplines. As we know, social work is one of those fields that kind of crosses into a lot of other areas. So we can kind of go through that. And if we just looked at these 18, we'd say, oh, there are no social work publications. Well, that's not true. We typed in social work as a title, and we see there are at least 18 at least 45 that have social work as a title or as part of their title, and there may be others that have just social work as a term. So we have that. So I said we have disciplines, and then under the disciplines there are topics under each discipline. So even if we went into initially education administration, and then went further down, we have social sciences, or if we looked at health administration, and then went down and found some others, we have options. So you can even look at different levels of open access and do those filters within social work. So I'm just going to leave it blank for now, but just look at social work and say we're looking at child and family social work. So I'm going to click on the title, and again I said we want to look at the disciplines that are covered. So it covers not only, it says it's a psychology specific publication, but it covers adulthood, adolescent psychology, child psychology, developmental psychology, family counseling and therapy, social psychology, all of those things. If we read more, we get a description of the publication, mentions social work and things of that nature. It's a double-blind peer review, 2 to 3 month turnaround. Does plagiarism screen, 1 to 2 reviewers, gives comments, 50% acceptance rate. You can view guidelines here. Here's ISSN. Here's where you can visit the actual journal website. You need 7,000 words maximum, things like that. Metrics. So when I talked about the classification index, so with this discipline, so it has a 51% rate. So as far as like being, these are the different topics that that people, other articles cited as, or it's cited compared to other articles or other in the topic compared to other publications. Hopefully that makes sense. This publication cites on this topic compared to other journals on this topic about 51% for psychology, for these other topics at this rate. So it doesn't necessarily mention social work, but it's a social work journal. So you can kind of get an idea. And then these are also those alternative metrics, because you want to see where people are talking about this publication as well. And so that's how we use this particular publication. I'm sorry, this particular resource. Hopefully you found this tutorial helpful. I know there may have been some confusing parts throughout, but if you need some assistance, some one-on-one help, or you just want further information, please do not hesitate to reach out. I can be reached via email at njenkins@lsu.edu or via phone. My office number is area code 334-604-8084. We look forward to assisting you in whatever way possible. And also beyond using Cabell, any of the other databases that you may need assistance with in preparing for research assignments for your students, information literacy sessions going forward, research, personal research for your students, anything along those lines, please feel free to reach out. And I look forward to working with each and every one of you. Thank you.